How do we win this?
If you're not the person that topples the tower by pulling out a tile, you win.
And so the whole session stops if there's toppers and nobody can ask questions or anything.
So can I be the first to topple it? Can I be the first to topple it? That's I don't want to be the first. It's already
Okay, first of all, this is shaky.
Look at that. Look at your face. I shouldn't do that? Okay, then I don't do it. You can move then. I've never played this, so I'm really nervous. Oh, is how you play it, not on the sides.
One top.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Okay, got it. There you go.
And
So-
now, and you do, yeah.
Okay, what's a habit you had to unlearn the hard way? I would say I would go with very digital art stuff. It's basically not naming my layers. I think that's the habit that I had to unlearn the hard way because, yeah, I could not go back to my open files ever. So,
I'm really clumsy, I must tell you, I'm really clumsy.
wait, you broke the rule though.
I did. What's
Yeah.
the rule?
One hand only.
Oh, sorry. Does anyone want?
Okay, you get 3 strikes.
I do.
I'm just making.
Can I be out of the game? Do I pick out a red? Name one thing you believe that would get you cancelled by art purists. Do I really know what art purists are like? I water down paint and I have a very loose, drippy style. I don't know if anybody approves of it. What you see in the picture actually looks really real, but then when you go really close, it's just a mess. So I don't paint beautifully. I make you imagine it's beautifully painted. You're very clean with this.
Engineer.
I know, yes.
What's one creative rule you break often, and why do you think breaking still works? Procrastinating. Yeah, for real. It works because I really work well under pressure. Even though I'd have like one whole month to work on a project, I'd say yes to 10 different projects in between and start off with everything and then finish everything like just the night before. And then somehow weirdly it just works. Like I've had my best work done in like matter of maybe 6 hours, I think. Yep, that's
2 coming out, is that bad?
see.
It's bad? It's not bad. Okay, audience
So
question.
you said one hand per person.
Yeah, one hand, yeah.
I can help her.
Yeah,
can help me.
all hands on deck.
Yeah.
We have an audience question, sure.
There's a question.
There was a leg girl there.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So, while we look at all of your paintings, while you were talking about them, what I understood was that all of them were very personal to you, right? All of them, while you were painting them, had some sort of meaning that you yourself also attached to them. Like, it meant something to you as well, right? I just want to know how far does the feedback of the client go in that entire process of you making it personal enough?
Are you talking to him or me?
I'm talking to you.
Me, I don't, so client doesn't come into the forte so much. I'm usually invited by people who like my style, and most of the stuff I showed you I didn't get paid for, except for the one that was the indigo one, the mural. So I had an entire year I spent in actually envisioning this project. It was a mind-wrecking project, and it's not for everyone to actually go through all of it. But most of the time I've done what I wanted. Most of the stuff that you see was exactly what I visualized. And so I've not had clients come, that's not how it works. It's like an organization that's interested in my work or the kind of work that I'm doing that say, hey, we have a wall, would you be interested in participating here? Or so there is no brief that I am limited to. I am giving them what I feel is necessary for the space. Okay.
If I may add to that, like, see, I do a lot of client-based work. So I think, like, I've mostly done brand stuff throughout. So what I feel like works is basically understanding the percentage of how much of your independent style you can incorporate and how much you can't, depending on the client that you're talking to. For example, if you're working at you're working for a client which is very service oriented, they can't have anything which is very subjective to your experience. Like, for example, you're making a template based work or a filter for Instagram or maybe something like that. There you can't have most of a free say, but you can have a 10 to 30% of your aesthetic there. So for that to happen, you'll have to come up with two compartments of working styles. One is very friendly and objective, but also involves your style in it. Second one is completely devoid of your involvement in your style. So whichever fits well in the brief, you just apply. So the moment you start compartmentalizing your style and your idea of what briefs are, I think that's where you know how much to play around with your aesthetic and the brand's aesthetic.
Makes sense. Because I often struggle with how far you're so creative dog.
Shit. A lot of things I can't say on camera, but I feel like for me that's something that's really worked is completely doing the opposite. Like if something is completely become, like, for me it's monotony that creates that creative block. It's not the lack of work, it's just doing too much work. And for that, what I do is I completely change up. I go the opposite way. Like if I'm working with, suppose I'm practicing with charcoal on paper. So my recent exploration has been only with charcoal and ink. So if I get a creative block there where I'm not able to create something new, I change up completely. I start experimenting with watercolor. And you shouldn't expect anything out of that experimentation. It's like when you're doing watercolor, you're not good at it. You don't have the skills. It's just a little test thing that you're doing with yourselves just to breathe a little. And in that whole process, you might discover something new which might add to your block, or you might completely fail also. But the thing is, it helps me. So I don't know, it might be different for you, but this is what I do.
Been in that position. Use emojis to describe your favorite artist. What does that mean?
Emoji. Which emojis would you use to describe? Like a smiley face or a shy face?
What Picasso or what? I mean, I can't say.
Wow. I don't know. A champagne glass? I don't know. Really, I don't know. Maybe you answer it. I have no idea. I don't think in emojis. I'm too.
I think you know that real heart emoji.
What is the real heart?
There's a real heart emoji, right? Not the abstract one. So the real heart emoji and probably the emoji of the dentures.
There are denture emojis? Okay.
Yeah.
So far out.
So Francis Bacon is my favorite artist.
Oh, really?
So he played a lot around with like body parts and
very familiar with
yeah. So yeah, I would use that.
Oh.
If your sketchbook had a warning label, what would it be? Okay, that's an easy one. It's rated R. Straight up parental advisory logo right there on the sketchbook for sure. There's a lot of adult theme stuff happening there. 100%.
Move the one that I have to move, or can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue? Yeah. Wow. Is it coming out?
Yep.
It is. These questions. What is the most unglamorous part of your creative process? I have no idea. I think whatever I do is pretty glamorous, but it also depends on what is glamour. So I do a lot of street work, which is spending a lot of time in public spaces. And then there comes the time to urinate. And from the first few times, I never realized it is going to be such a problem because you get dehydrated. If you don't drink enough water, you're dehydrated, and then that's really bad for you. I have urinated in the most amazing places. Most unglamorous places. So yeah, I would say, and I take it with a good stride. I love public toilets, Indian public toilets. And yeah, I don't know, it really depends, but I have befriended people who sit outside public toilets. But it's a whole learning. Now I tell clients the first thing I want, or if someone invites me, where is the toilet? I don't care if you've painted the wall or the wall is bad, but where is the toilet? Because they completely forget. And I remember once I was painting a metro station in Bangalore, and this entire area was called Chickpet, and they have lovely traders and businesses. And they all came, and the guy who was initiating the project said, hey, meet the artist, she's going to come and paint. And all I said was, where is the toilet? And they're like, yes, ma'am, we will support you. But the minute I asked for a toilet, everybody just sort of didn't hear me. And it's amazing, nobody invited me to their shops, the spaces to use their toilets. So yeah, it's a never talked about subject, but I think it's so important. Ooh, wow. It's difficult for me. Oh, horrible.
Question. Yep.
Hey, like you said, you work with around 130 collaborators and brands. I wanted to ask you how you pick and choose with who to work with.
Initially, I was just like, beggars can be choosers. Like whatever brief I'd get, I'd say yes to. But now I do have a lot of options. So I mostly go with briefs. It's not the brand. But right now I'm in a phase where I'm like basically trying to, how to put it, reimagine a lot of brands. So right now, I feel like the leverage I have is bringing relevance to any brand or project or any campaigns. So right now I would be working with old legacy brands who wants to like cut into it. Like for example, like I'm right now working with Lotto, because Lotto is just making a huge comeback with everything. So I'm endorsing the brand, and at the same time I'm also working with them to come up with collections and new sneaker designs. So, and before that I was working with, again, a Flying Machine. Again, they were trying to reposition themselves. So at this phase, I'm just working with brands to help them reposition, make them more relevant. And also you get a good relevance because you're the expert here and they would listen to you. It's not like they're coming to you because, oh yeah, we are doing you a favor. It's because it's the other way around, because I'm kind of helping you out. So you can quote how much ever you want, depending on, like, obviously not unreasonable amounts. At the same time, you can play as much as you want. You get that creative freedom because you're coming from a point of expertise.
Whoa.
Yeah, nice.
Audience. I'm already picking up the audience. Tiles, which is also interesting.
Maybe the audience should be also put in this position, no? Like there has to be at least this many questions from the audience, otherwise, yeah.
Nothing? Okay, yeah.
Coming from a bit of an early phase, but I think in one of your videos you mentioned how you never revisit your work. How does that play into you being able to better yourself? If you don't go back to it, how do you know where you possibly like messed up or you didn't do as well?
I know.
Improvement.
I know. I know my process. I don't second out what I do. I know exactly what I've done. I know what I have done, where I've done. And I always try to do a different style every time I'm painting. I will introduce something difficult or different so that my learning is present and it's aware. I'm aware of what I'm doing. And yeah, that's enough for me to go. But I never revisit because I don't need to entertain my ego. I know what I've done. So I have a lot of clarity about what is it that I take from what I do. And yeah, and hopefully it gets me somewhere else.
does that realization come to you while you're actively working on a piece, or is it like once you're done with it?
It's both. Like, so when I was doing the last piece in Germany, the really huge wall, like I told you, it was not the painting that was difficult. It was just like getting to learn how to use the lift. But, and also I made a lot of errors while I was painting. And that's a new learning, that to just let go a little bit. But that's the first time I did drapery so beautifully. And I was amazed about the power of the detail that I could come up with while I was there. So I don't know, sometimes I surprise myself too. So it's not like I go with the awareness, I'm going to do this. I go with an idea and a feeling. I'm like, I'm going to try and transplant this. And then you slowly get at it. But it's not like I rush the process. I never rush the process. I let it sort of slowly guide me. So what you see is layers of paint. So I've like really built it up. And yeah, and there are lots of things I enjoy which you don't see. Because what you see again is the whole picture, but if you go really close, it's just drips of paint. So I really just enjoy when you go close, you don't even know it's not painted beautifully at all. So my taking is my pleasure of doing the process. Make it fall beautifully. Oh, nice. Lovely. Oh.
Wow! Wow! I should get an award for this, guys. What the hell?
Now that it's
There you go. Damn.